Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos and Abuja. A reminder of our top stories. Federal government, through the office of the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Dele Ezoba, warning communities in Delta State to embrace peace or be prepared to face the consequences. 165 Boko Haram suspects under military custody regained freedom on the orders of the President. NNPC insists there is no missing funds, that's the $10.8 billion, and explains expenses. And the Central African Republic's interim president, Michel Jotoria, resigns. All right, a quick reminder to you that all our top stories are on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. And take it a step further, interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have a picture or video to share with us, do tap on the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions to share your reports, pictures, and videos. Well, some of those pictures have already come in to us today, and let's look at some of them. From Kiri Elisha, this picture of a scene where armed robbers this afternoon attacked a first-generation bank in Kaba, Kogi State. Now, our correspondent in Kogi also gathered that a policeman, a customer at the bank, and one of the robbers lost their lives following the violent attack by the robbers, who set off improvised explosive devices to gain entrance into the bank. And from Rufis is this picture showing an overcrowded lecture hall in one of Nigeria's universities, where over 3,000 students are made to learn in a hall meant for just 1,000 of them. Well, let's take you now to Abuja. Here's Gloria Umezuke. Gloria.
Thank you, Ijoma. The Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission says all is set for a hitch-free local government polls across the state tomorrow, January the 11th. We're speaking to Channels Television in Awka, the state capital. The commissioner in charge, Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission, says his team is ready as issues of logistics have been taken care of.
It's a beehive of activities at the Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission. Officials of the electoral body sorting materials as they put final touches to their preparations. With the sorting done, they set out to different parts of the state in order to be punctual for Saturday's exercise.
On no account must any material...
Elsewhere, the police chief reminds his officers and men of their rules of engagement.
If there's any problem or anything you want to clear, you call your unit commander. Your unit commander will call me and we will resolve the issue.
For the commissioner, all the I's have been dotted and all the T's crossed.
Battle ready. Tomorrow the SPOs will not suffer, neither will the electoral officers suffer. There will be restriction of movement from 12 midnight till 4 p.m. Polls will start by 8 and end by 3 p.m. We are using a simple method, accredit votes at the same time. If you wish to stay, stay. If you don't, you can go. The party agents are there. Over 93,000 double registration was removed. Those who claim they didn't see their name may have registered twice or did not bother to check their name when it was displayed. Many policemen were recruited outside Anambra State, and it's costing the state a huge sum of money, over 500 million.
As the situation now stands, the responsibility to come out to vote for candidates of their choice and then ensure that their votes count now lies with the electorate.
The leader of Women Arise, Dr. Joe Dumaki, is making a passionate appeal to residents of Ejigbo in Lagos to provide the security agencies any lead that will help in apprehending the perpetrators of the violence and horrendous abuse of 3 women accused of stealing pepper. Dr. Dumaki told Channels Television today after a closed-door meeting with some members of the Lagos State House of Assembly, the leaders of Ejigbo Market, and the group that the only way the culprits will be apprehended is to provide concrete evidence that will help in their arrest.
Continue to meet to also brainstorm. It's not expected that it's going to be 100 meters race. We have been able to rub minds, consider a lot of things. Some other information received probably through Facebook, through patriotic citizens, and it's not everything that we have as information that we can personally handle, but doing the needful and getting to those who have to act is what we are doing. We also want to seize this opportunity to appeal to the general public, and especially those who also live in Ejigbo, that every piece of information that they have that will help the case of these women that were dehumanized, especially the way they were sodomized, and unfortunately losing one of them from the information that we gathered. Silence is criminal. Silence is also symbolizes that we do not care about one another. We should make sure that we give information, we should act, and more importantly, ensure that in every little way we can, that these people get justice.
Now, some women residing in the Delta Steel Company estate in Delta State have protested the persistent power outage in their area, but they're also raising questions over what they described as the sudden hike in their electricity bills. The women who gathered at the gate of the DSC complex in Alaja Township called on the government to intervene in the situation, which they say has adversely affected their lives and business.
When the federal government concluded the privatization of the power holding company of Nigeria in November last year, there were expectations from Nigerians that the incessant power supply being experienced in the country would soon be a thing of the past. The people of Alaja community in Warri Delta State staged a peaceful protest to the office of the PHCN, now Benin Electricity Distribution Company, where it is accused of indiscriminately increasing electricity bills.
You would pay 500 naira, for 500 naira to 1,000, for 1,000 to 1,500, for 1,500 without no corner to 5,500. Now begin call that we be the actual women. Now we call ourselves, we will come and we will go NEPA office. When we reach the NEPA office, we be like say they for NPA. Before we reach the park, so they are full everywhere.
The protesters, most of whom were women, carried placards with various inscriptions. According to the women, the community celebrated the Yuletide in darkness, a situation that has paralyzed economic activity in the community.
It's causing the economy to crumble in this community because those who have salon, who are still without the payment in this side, in this community, are trying to make ends meet. They can't carry on their business because of the situation of things. No lights, those barbers, those hairdressing salon, and those weathers, cold rooms. You know, we have things getting spoiled in the environment because of no lights.
For example, now all my fridge, the fish and the chicken, everything that I bought inside the fridge now, all of them they defrost. They are rotting in short. So now I'm using generator to manage my business here.
All efforts to get the response of the Benin Electricity Distribution Company were abortive.
Well, the quality of life is set to improve in Ibno local government area of Akwa Ibom State following the completion of some projects in the area. But these include a 6.87-kilometer road and phase 1 of a link bridge to some other communities and a shoreline protection project initiated by the Niger Delta Development Commission. The new Managing Director and Chief Executive of the Commission, Mr. Dan Abia, inspected the projects ahead of their commissioning.
The new Managing Director and the Chief Executive of the Niger Delta Development Commission chose to start his first project inspection in Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Dan Abia is inspecting an already completed 6.87-kilometer road, a previously abandoned but now completed 600-meter bridge project, and ongoing shore protection works.
This bridge will be better utilized if the second phase of this road is completed, so that this road will serve as one of the options, alternative to the ever busy Ikot-Abasi road. Now that phase 1 has been completed, by the grace of God, will be commissioned shortly. We will embark on the second phase.
Representative of Akwa Ibom State on the NDDC board, Eima Iyang, spoke the people's mind when he related their experiences in crossing over to the neighboring communities without a link bridge.
It's very, very important, and that is why the government formed the NDDC, to intervene and to alleviate suffering or difficulties faced by communities like this. So within that second phase, we'll achieve the purpose of the commission being set up. So that is how relevant it is for us.
Also cited within Ebino local government area is a shore protection project covering 5 communities along the Akwa Ibom coastline.
The plight of legionnaires in Kogi and Imo states is receiving the attention of their respective state governments. While the Imo state government has promised to attend to their needs, the Kogi state governor Idris Wada has donated ₦1 million to the ex-servicemen and promised other goodies. This was the highlight of the launch of the Armed Forces Remembrance emblem held separately in both states, where the former soldiers tabled their challenges before the public.
January 15 every year is Armed Forces Remembrance Day, a day set aside to remember the fallen soldiers who died in the line of duty to the nation. The event and other ceremonies leading to it also helps to engender courage and patriotism in the nation's servicemen who are on horse to protect the territorial integrity of the country and remind government of its obligations to their families.
On our obligations to our fallen heroes, particularly with their widows, dependents, and the aged ex-servicemen, a period we should be thinking of harvest to honor and assist the serving veteran soldiers.
With a high sense of responsibility, our duties towards ensuring that this sacrifice were not in vain. Most importantly, let us endeavor to work in ensuring that the widows and the children left behind by our fallen heroes do not lack basic necessity of life.
For these states, the case isn't different. Here, the state governor lists out his plans to improve the welfare of members of the Nigerian Legion.
This government is genuinely committed to the welfare and well-being of our veterans and servicemen. We shall do our best at all times within the available resources to assist the Legion and their families. We are donating the sum of ₦1 million to the Legion, and we do give monthly subvention to the Legion. This year we will increase that by 50%. I will also advise all our local government chairmen to contribute some monthly stipend for the Legion chapters in the 21 local governments that we have in Kogi State.
Apart from the launch of the emblem appeal, other activities have been lined up to climax on the 15th of January 2014.
And that's it from the nation's capital. It's back to you, Ijoma.
Thanks a lot, Gloria. While when the news at 10 returns, Vice President Namadi Sambo commends the Debt Management Office for sound economic initiatives. That's on Business News. We go today.